Hi, I'm Raphael,
I'm Nick.
I'm Peter.
and we are the UBC Students for Freedom of Expression. We're here at the studio that we just put together. We're going to be filming interviews here, both live and, both in person and online. And we would like to invite the Students Against Bigotry to our Ricardo, Duchesne, and Hecht event. We wanted to offer you 5 minutes at the beginning of the lecture so that you could share your grievances and tell us why you think we should not be hosting the event.
Yeah, I think this is a lot more productive than having a protest outside. I've always admired the idea of having a teach-in opposition to an event because it gets two sides presented. But I always wanted to have the Students Against Bigotry to be somewhat part of our events as people who proclaim themselves to be the vanguard against bigotry. Why would they not come to see the people who they claim to be the biggest promoters of bigotry and shut them down effectively with their words, with their best arguments, the smartest arguments that they're able to provide as university students of one of the most prestigious universities in Canada.
Yeah, so we want to get as much of the opposition as possible here. And we've already invited you once. We're offering you free tickets to come and to speak at the beginning. And we're also putting together a panel of professors from UBC. We've already secured at least 2, right? We're going to have hopefully 4 professors holding a panel opposing Duchesne and Hecht together. Yeah.
And we're also going to be giving out free tickets to anybody who writes a 300-word response as an opposition to either Duchesne's or Mark Hecht's views, and we can present the best arguments at the event to the speakers so that they can answer them.
Yeah, we want to make it clear that we're not here to promote alt-right views or anti-immigration views. We're not the alt-right fanboy club. We're bringing these people to have a serious conversation with the other side and see how it turns out.
And one of the main impetuses behind having an event on immigration, I know the comparison has been made to say that this is an event purely for the sake of controversy. But when we read that 70% of the conservative voters in Canada suggested that there was too much non-white immigration into Canada, and of course the establishment of another political party within Canadian politics, it just seems like immigration is an issue that is widely controversial and totally pertinent to Canadian society right now.
Immigration seems even to be a core issue on a lot of the election platforms. Even some of the more radical parties like the People's Party of Canada have a very staunch stance on immigration, but Andrew Scheer and Justin Trudeau have gone back and forth on what their immigration policies are going to be, so this is a very hot topic in politics. And it's going to be right around the time of election, so we hope that this will serve as more of an informative exercise for a lot of potential voters.
Yeah, we're not promoting those views necessarily. I mean, Pierre is an immigrant. Nick is a son of immigrants. My parents were immigrants to Brazil, and I'm not even a Canadian citizen. I'm just here to study as a foreign student. So,
yeah, of course, we're trying to create a safe environment where people who might feel uncomfortable with these issues are able to interact with them and to discuss their own positions in reference to the speakers that we've invited.
Yeah. Okay, what else? Should we move on to other stuff? Like what interviews are coming up?
Yes, so I will be...
Morgan O'Shea?
Yeah, we're going to be interviewing Morgan O'Shea on Tuesday, followed by some interviews on different topics that are extremely controversial and not typically spoken about within our society.
Sorry, Tuesday, September 30th?
Tuesday, September 30th is our first interview. But we'd like to also open the interview space to all members of the group, which consists of UBC students. If they feel like they want to interview someone, they're more than happy to contact us and use this room to interview someone they like.
Yeah, you can message us or just make a post in a group.
Any UBC students that might even have something interesting to say or want to talk about can totally message us, and we can arrange for an interview. We can arrange for an interesting discussion about anything that they want.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the last thing to mention is, of course, our October 9th event on immigration with Ricardo Duchesne and Mark Hecht.
Yeah, and we have another one coming up after that. We're going to announce it soon.
At the event, I think.
At the event.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Okay.
The next speaker will be on the event, so watch out for that.
She'll be at the event.
Yeah, she'll be at the event.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Say bye.
Thanks for watching. And we're going to put a link to our Patreon page that we just created in the link below. And please subscribe.
Stay tuned for the interviews, and if you really like the interviews, we can really use the support via Patreon, because with that support we can actually keep the interviews going and make them more interesting over time.
Yeah, interviews will be posted on Patreon before for the general public.
Yeah, by a week or
1 or
two.
2 weeks.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. All right.
Bye bye.
Thanks for watching.